dearly beloved. Watch me switch up. This is GT of the Vibe Podcast. We're coming at you with another episode. A. Marie, Candy B.
That sure was a switch up.
Crazy Shonda. I switched up on. We was acting crazy before we decided to start talking. But we're gonna talk about issues in marriage. We're gonna talk about how society has changed and the culture that currently derives around marriage. Why men aren't wanting to get married as much, or divorce rates are high. I think the divorce rate is like 48%, right? And so we're gonna talk about that. There's 3 women here, so we're gonna let the women beat me up. Essentially, that's what they always do every single Tuesday.
Period.
I'm a lone wolf.
Oz.
You gonna get arrested. Damn it, you gonna get arrested.
I love my guys, but y'all be pissing me off.
Yes. So we'll start with A. Marie. I always like to start on the opposite end of myself. What do you think are some of the issues that cause us to have a culture that doesn't value marriage?
I think a lot of the media outlet, there's just so much opportunity for people to see other things and experience other things, not like right within their own circle, but like outside. So exterior influences.
Okay.
Like it's so easy to be like, oh, my man's pissing me off. Let me go check my DMs real quick. See who can, shoot their shot or like get me to feeling
Get me right real quick.
Oh yeah, man, and don't like social media.
I don't really care.
It's toxic.
To be honest,
No,
it really
it is toxic.
Like,
It is.
I mean, in all my relationships, where have all of that stuff? Where has all that derived from? Infidelity, communication through social media.
Well, because they're looking at what everybody else is doing, so people think that they have to portray their lives that way, when really it's not even like that.
Yeah, everything's fake. Like, people do that for the money, like, for the views, for all that, because there's compensation there. Like, none of it's real. None of it.
It's all
That's why I can't
cyber.
stand it.
For the likes. What you think, Candy B?
I think people think that it's 2024 and it's overrated. They see a lot of people getting divorced, like even in my family, like nobody is together besides my aunt and my uncle. Everybody else then pretty much separated, whether they were together for a few years or 20-something years, I just think that people think it's overrated and they just want to do what they want. And if I want to have an open relationship or polygamy or, fool with you for 2 days and go over here and, so that's my take.
What about you, Shonda?
I think people they've lost the value in getting to know another person. And of course I'll go off with Ann's. Basically, they have this social media deal going on where they get to know this person on social media. And they're like, oh, well, I like this person. I'm vibing with them. They meet them once or twice, and they're like, oh, I think that's it. That's my person.
It's like catfish.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God. And then they finally get married with only just what they know off of social media and just that couple times meeting them. They're like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and get married. This is who it's gonna be for the rest of the time. And then once they get older, it's like, oh, that's not exactly what I was looking for. Mm-hmm. So now it's like, oh, I don't need this person anymore. I want this person. And then the divorce stuff comes. And of course, money and stuff starts getting involved in it as well.
Yeah, divorce is messy.
Mm-hmm. See, what I've also noticed about meeting like a guy and we're talking is that they'll try to do what I do. Like with me being health conscious, they'll try to, oh, I want to learn more, or they'll buy my juices. Then I'm around you because I want to see if you're going to keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
Couple weeks, they start slowing down, and I'm just like, see, you was putting on a facade.
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
And I mean, on your take, like, do you think that that's what guys do? Like, when they really like a person, like, initially they're going to cater to what that person does. But
It depends. I think it
ultimately,
depends.
you want them to just be themselves. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to get into that, slowly get into it, gradually get into it. Don't just be like, yep, that's me. That's me. I want to be your guy because I want to do exactly what you do so you like me even more.
That is
no.
That was
I don't want
She hit the nail on the
I
head.
don't want you to do that. I want you to
Yeah.
be you because I like you for what you're presenting me. I don't want you to be something fake. Like,
Well, he came to me. I was trying to see if I even liked him in the first place. Apparently not.
I agree. I think that guy, I mean, so I was reading a book by a female who's she's a psychiatrist. Her name is Esther Perel, and she said that men fall in love quick. They fall in love quicker than women, but women take longer. So I think what it is men get love struck quicker, and so that tends to make their actions change. And I think after a while, the love struck goes away because there's a honeymoon phase to everything. And then you start to see the real person. But I think that's the problems in the beginning. I think because of how men are, we tend to fall in love quicker. And so I think that that's what it is. And we fall in love based on looks.
Yeah.
Like let's be real. Like if you look attractive to us, we will approach you, we will talk to you, and then it just goes down quicker from there. Whereas women love a personality. They like to get to know a person, who a person actually is. So it takes them longer to get to that point. And so I think that because of the imbalance on how we are from just the different sexes, I think that causes problems, and that's the reason why dudes will do things that are out of their norm to try to impress a female. But I think that's been going on for years. I mean, you can go back to gladiator days. Dudes back there with swords and all that crap, they were doing stuff to impress women back then. And so now they're still doing those things to try to impress women. But I think women are smarter. You guys know. Like, y'all know when a dude's doing something to impress you. So you guys can see through some of the crap, right? And you guys know. But I think some women are flattered by it in the beginning, because I know you guys are probably flattered by it. Oh man, he's trying to yada yada yada.
He's ruffling them feathers.
Yeah, essentially, So essentially, he's ruffling those feathers, but he's just trying to get you on the same level that he is. Because if he's love struck, he's falling in love. He wants you to feel the same way about him. Because as a man, we understand that there's a lot of men out there that are looking for women, and so when you find one that you like, you're willing to make changes in yourself or your personality to try to match what they got going on because you want to keep them, right? And because there's not a lot of women out there that I would say that are super desirable. There's not a lot of men out there. There's small groups of each, and so they say 80% of females want 20% of men, but the reason for that is because a lot of men don't hold a whole lot of value. You got men that just play video games and sit at home all day, and they don't have any kind of drive. They don't have any kind of ambition. And so for us, we want to find a partner that is going to help us build our value, because we build value. I think men are created to build value. So we build our value, and we need somebody to help us nurture it so we can grow. And so when you find somebody, you're more likely to shift some things around to try to get to try to keep that person, especially if you see high value in them.
But I'm glad you said nurture, because I feel like as a woman, that is naturally what we want to do. And as time goes on, it's been hard for me to even let my guard down to even want to nurture, just because the guys aren't being guys. Like, they're not providing like they need to.
Men are being men.
No, they want you to go half on stuff. Like, I was brought up a guy's gonna provide. Like, do your job. And I'll do mine. I can cook, I can clean, I can suck, I can fuck. Can I cuss on here? Where are you at?
She advertised.
Where are you at? Call me.
But so you make a good point. Like, I think society's changed men. I think men are more feminine now than they used to be. We used to be masculine creatures. Like, you think about kings back in the day. I always say King David. Like, dude was out here slaying monsters. Like, that's what he was doing. That's what men were. That's what God created us to be. Yeah. Strong, courageous leaders, right?
Yes.
Now we're not strong, courageous leaders. We're kind of feminine. We're like, there's men that are more feminine than females.
You got a man bag.
That make me jealous too.
Maybe. But seriously, though, that's the change in society and culture has made men softer. Yeah, and so men don't want to provide. Now we want 50-50. I'm like, I wasn't brought up to want 50-50. Like, I don't know where I'm like, what? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, to me, you take care of your family, you lead your family, you provide for your family. And if you do that, I feel like a woman will naturally do what she does. Like, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, God did create the man first, so we need to be the first ones to do what we're supposed to be doing. And I think it starts with us. Yeah. I think it always starts with us. Sorry,
excuse me while I cry. He's right. He's right.
So piggybacking on that, why do you guys think that 70% of divorces are followed by women?
Probably just getting tired.
Probably, no, from what you said, man ain't being man, and we tired of it, and we try to stick by their side through it, and if we don't see a progression, change. Then we're out of there. Yeah.
Because what's the point of hanging on something that's dead?
But then you got some women.
We don't ask for big stuff. We ask for just those small things so they don't get big. But sometimes men can't produce that.
But then you got some of them women. I mean, I would say some of the older women in my family, like, I'd rather have a piece of a man, even though he's cheating, and my bills are taken care of, than to have no man, you know? And I've even looked at it like that, like, if I have a dude and he cheats, would I want to put up with the BS just to have my bills paid and have security? Or do I want to let him go and have to do it all on my own, you know? Especially if you've been with somebody and married to him for like 20, 30 years. At this point, you have to relearn how to do stuff on your own again, you know?
And I think that's something that women juggle, and even men too, they get, because I think marriage has become a business. It's like a business transaction. So it's created.
It's a job.
So when God created marriage, it's supposed to be a covenant, which a covenant is forever. Like once, because when Jesus had a covenant with us, that's forever. And so I think that when it changed to a more of a business transaction, I think the government got involved with marriage. And I think that there's too much incentive to divorce. Because you got to think about it like this. If you come into a marriage and you don't have nothing, you can leave with something.
That is true.
And so why would you want to stay if stuff gets hard? If you can leave, if you can gain something by leaving, what's the point in sticking around and trying to work on it? That's something I've always had a question about. It's like, why incentivize leaving? Why not incentivize staying?
That's true. Well, because they want to get paid. But if you ask me, we need to go back to jumping the broom. You know what I'm saying?
Back in the day, yep. That's
Why not? I mean, I think
slaves used to
our
do it.
marriage is what we decided to be, not what society decides. Because I know some people that are married and they're like, we ain't signed none of them papers. We didn't do. It's what me and him decide. He got me a ring. We still had a ceremony, you know. And I'm like, at this point, I'm willing. If I like this person and that's, you know, and I want to rock with you and we rocking together and that's something you want to do, I'm willing to do that. You know, I've had to learn that sometimes things don't go the way that you want them to go. But if you rock with this person and, you know, then, hey, I'm willing to bend a little bit. And then maybe, who's to say, maybe years later you may want to start to sign a paper. You know, like.
Because the paper don't really mean nothing.
It don't.
Don't really mean much. It's just a legal document, just so that way they can keep track of you.
Yeah.
And then when you go to pay the judge $4 or $5K or whatever, how much it costs to get divorced, they get their little paper.
See?
It's a business though. But
All
it's
about that
turned
money,
marriage into a
baby.
business. It's definitely turned marriage into a business.
Man.
Yeah, so I think if you take some of the incentives out of divorce, I think that'll help make people want to stay. Because I think that women, especially Caucasian women, sorry to pick on them, there's a lot of them, and I know some that marry people for money, and so they'll be on their third, fourth marriage, right? And it's like, but they're getting paid. So essentially, they're getting paid. So the first guy is paying her, right, alimony, while she's with another guy. So he's still this guy's responsibility, but she with another guy. Like, that's incentive.
That's an elite scam artist right there. Like,
but that happens though, and that happens because they give incentive for people to leave. They're like, well, if you can make money off 4 different dudes, there's women out there that'll do that. Not all women are like that.
Yeah.
But there are women out there that will take advantage of the system. And then when you got that out there, and that's what you hear about on social media, like that's gonna make men be like, nah, I don't even want to mess with that, because what if that's what they're trying to do to me? And I think that's what's happening. That's the reason why people aren't getting married as much either, because our marriage rate is gone now. Yeah, it's a fear thing.
well, I feel like a lot of people are cheating more.
Oh yeah.
Like now, like I don't know what it is, but I say like in these last few years, like people just been right.
They don't care.
And it's not even just one other person. It's like a bunch.
Yes, and it's like they just.
It's because it's so easily accessible. Like you get online and you can get on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, or Snap, what I like to call it, because I
All that shit. Yeah.
Like
Instagram,
any social media outlet, even those dating websites, people just go on there and hook up. People just do whatever they want. Like, oh no, you keep that away from me.
See,
I don't understand why. Like, if you feel that way and you want to cheat and you want to try other things, why not just get out of your relationship?
Why
do
it
it?
makes it more simple.
It's selfish. It's selfish.
Right,
It's
well, I
selfish.
think they do it too because they really don't know what they want. And I think people are running from their own demons, don't know how to be by themselves, and actually sitting quiet and figure out who they are, so therefore you're not hurting the next person, you know? Like, after I got in a breakup, I took a whole year off to really, and I'm still learning myself, you know? Like, the longer you deal with somebody, the longer it's going to take you to relearn yourself and figure out where you are now as a person, because I got friends that just hop one relationship to the next, and you damage, you fight demons,
bringing that big ass bag to the next person,
sleeping 2 hours a night, got bags under your eyes, because it's eating you up.
It is.
You know what I'm
Make
saying?
me crazy.
Because you ain't treating people right, you ain't treating yourself right, so then you ain't gonna treat people right. What, they hurt people?
They do.
I don't want none of that smoke.
and it keeps rolling. But yeah, like you said, it's easily accessible. Like you can just get online. I mean, to me, when you're in a relationship, you gotta have there's gates that you have to guard, right? And when you have social media, that's a whole lot of different gates that you gotta guard. And all it take is for some people, oh man, this oh my chick was being mean to me today, so this chick's being nice to me. And now they're like, well, let me go over here because she's being nice to me. It's validation. People don't know how to be validated by their partner and themselves. First, yourself. If you can't validate yourself, you don't need to be in a relationship.
Right.
You got to be able to validate yourself first, and then allow your partner to validate you, and be okay with their validation. That should be enough. Like if you got them two, and then the man upstairs validating you, you don't need nobody else out here validating.
We valid over here on this couch.
Check marks and likes.
Valid. Come on now.
They be on there, they be online. Let me get these thumbs up real quick. Let me get these likes. Posting booty pics, and then wonder why a dude only wants to have sex with you. Posting booty pics, like
put some clothes on.
Yeah, that like what you present out there is what you gonna get. And I think that people think that they can present one thing and then get something else. No, it's not how this thing works. What you present is what you gonna get. Whatever you put in, you cannot go to the bank and take 1,000 out if you only put 100 in.
That part.
If you only put 100 in, that's what you get. That's
well,
all
I mean,
you got
depending on your credit score. Who's to say?
She was got that 750. She over there sitting down with that damn 750 right now.
It's went down.
That's good. But social media is huge. And I know Ann is big on it. I always talk best on you, but that's the key. Because that's the one thing that's changed over the years. When you think about like the 50s and 60s, when like as a dude, like you had the females that was within your area.
Oh yeah.
That was the pool that you had to choose from. So you got to know them, you courted them, took them on dates. Your family knew their family.
Right.
So it was like a community.
It was more effort.
With the relationship. Yeah. And I mean, and then when you have a community that's behind your relationship, it makes it easier. Because then you got people that you go to that got experience.
That's true.
Hey man, we struggling here. They come talk to you.
What's
Nowadays you don't have that anymore. Like that's gone.
What's that Betty Wright song when she was like, "Don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie is just a man." And they was talking about how like if you in the song she was talking about how you and a person weren't getting along, like the community would throw like a get together and have y'all cook food and come together.
Yep.
So they fought for y'all to stay together.
Yep.
Ain't nobody fighting now.
No.
They're
like, oh, you don't have no problems? I'm gonna come keep you.
Come to my side.
Right. Like,
That's how you do.
No.
And that's when they start hopping, and that's when you collect that bag of all that the trauma, and then you want the next person to fix it.
That bag, and you collect some bags that you don't want.
Then you got you got other bags, and then you sleep around. I think that if the more people you sleep with, because it's a personal connection, and so I think if that person doesn't want good for you, they leave you with bad. So each person that you sleep with is leaving you with bad pieces of them. And now you got 20, 50, 30, 400, however many bad pieces of other people in you, and you're fighting your own demons. So you're fighting their demons and your demons at the same time. And I think that plays into some of the mental health stuff that we got going on, and people out here that are just completely have lost themselves looking for validation. Yeah, that is very just looking for validation. Just want to be validated.
That's crazy.
You got to be able to validate yourself.
Yeah. First and foremost.
Do you know how many people are out there like that?
A lot.
Oh, there's a lot.
That's a good population.
Okay, out of let's say 100%, I say about a good 95 people. I don't even give it 97.
It's a lot of people out there.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's the majority. Yeah, that are out there that aren't even seeking help anyway. They're not going to therapy to fix their problems. They think that either sex or the validation from men or women is what's going to fix their problem, so they keep going back to it. But what you got to understand, see, my mom always told me, she said, if you get validation outside your home, when you run out, where you got to go? Back where you got it from. And if you got to go back where you got it from, and it's not at home, like for me, I want my validation to be inside the four walls.
For real?
Inside them four walls. That way I ain't got to go drive nowhere to get it. I can get it right here where I'm at. That should be the goal. And if that's not what you got going on, it's going to be hard. It's going to be draining. Yeah, because who knows what you got to do to get that validation.
So what do you think is going to happen in the future with marriage? I mean, do you think,
I mean, we see it now.
I think they're going to make those 30-day,
I think that
30-day fiance things, make a 30-day thing, and then you got like a certain amount of time for you just...
I'm over it.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's like a timer. It's like a timer goes on. Man, you got this amount of time to do this. This is like a checklist. And I think that when people get in relationships, they got a checklist for each other. you gotta check this box, check this box, check this box. And I'm like, that's not what a relationship's supposed to be.
No, you're
supposed to build together.
Yes, but what attracts you is the person from within. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna check out his shoe game. You know what I'm saying? But if but if I come up to you and talk to you and the conversation is on point, then I don't even care if you got Hocus on clouds, if you got them Paylesses on, because you're intellectual.
The ones that light up when you walk.
Right, because you no. Because the ones that got the Velcro.
Faster in the Batmans, okay? I'm just saying, you faster in the Batmans, alright?
It makes for a good conversation though. When you see it's like,
Hey,
but at the end,
light up, man. You lighten up, right?
but at the end,
turn lights off. Turn lights off real quick.
You want somebody that's intellectual.
Shit, is mine lighting up? Hold up. Okay. I had to check.
You want somebody that's intellectual.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Get you some light up.
Yeah, give me some light up shit so I can walk around. Nah, let me come in here like Shonda.
Let me come here, love.
Let me come here like she comfortable. She must live here. My bad. I'm sorry to get y'all. I'm sorry. My bad.
He put his foot out.
Hey, look. Sometimes you just gotta just let them know.
Let it go.
Let them know.
I can't do this. Oh
We
my
can be like
God.
Shonda, be like, for hers, you gotta get out on your knees. Look, this.
Paying the camera like, oh shit. Or shoot. Sorry.
I'm not playing with him, y'all. Oh my God.
My bad.
Oh my God.
Sorry to interrupt you, Candy.
Nah.
My bad.
But at the end of the day, you want somebody that's intellectual that can feed your brain. Because if I can't learn nothing from you, then what are we doing here, sir?
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I'm teaching you the whole time, I can't step into my feminine. Because now I'm having to lead. I'm tired of leading. I said, I'll lead you niggas straight to the grave. Y'all keep messing with me. Hey. Lead me.
That was a good one. Hey.
Been fighting my whole life.
Quit playing. So do you guys believe that women want to be feminine, but they just can't be feminine?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Oh yes.
100%.
You gotta be-
Especially just like, I mean, like we talked on the last, like a couple last episodes, how a man's natural ability to be a man brings out a woman's natural ability to be a woman. Like, to me, like, personally, I mean, don't try to get personal, but, I mean, I don't really date, to be honest, like, because I'm so independent, have been for so many years after Dominic's dad and I split, that I knew I had to be the one to provide, and not only that, but I'm raising a son, so that's even harder, you know? So when I get into a relationship that I'm in currently, and he's doing everything that hasn't been service to me before, it's like, oh, well, let me fix my hair.
Right! Like, let me sit up real cute.
Let me put a dress on. Like,
Hey!
like, I'm not one to wear dresses.
Yes, Daddy. I'll be ready, okay? I will be sitting up cute.
But it's like so true. Like, I don't have to be that head of the household. And it's just like, it's so crazy to like be able to just like relax.
Man, come on. She
Let
said
your
two
guard
words.
down. Let your guard down.
Man, because I'm tired. I'm tired of leading. And I don't have no kids, and I've been single, so I've dated, and I'm just like, this is beyond me. Like, I am literally, like, I don't want to lead. I don't want to teach you nothing. Like, I feel like you should know way more than I should, you know?
Yes.
Like, I'll get with a guy, and I'm like, you know, do you read books? Do you know how many guys have told me that they don't read books?
If you ain't reading books, there's something wrong with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Or wasn't never read a book before, and it's like, huh?
So I met a dude, and we were talking, like, for about a month. But I was always the one reaching out to him. I was always the one like, hey, are you going to make time for me?
That's not how it's supposed to
No,
be.
That's what I'm
exactly. Like,
And you came to me first. And then I'm over here. He's an entrepreneur. He was in his business for 10 years. And I'm like, you know, dude, what's the next thing that you want to learn about your business? So I'm asking him questions. I go get him a book about his business to help him elevate. I ain't talking to the nigga no more. I'm trying to help
You
you.
probably ain't even reading.
I'm trying to encourage him to
He
read.
Googling, yeah, he did.
He going to Twitter.
Google listen.
Twitter and what's the other one?
And then
TikTok,
I'm so
yeah.
on my stuff that it makes them feel uncomfortable that they're like, I gotta get my stuff together. If I'm going,
And then
nigga, you should have had it together.
Yeah. But that's so true though. Like because whenever someone has like a female, like in a man's perspective, if a female has everything together, it's intimidating to them.
Oh, yeah.
Because they gotta get their shit together.
Yeah.
But you should have been had it.
Right. Yeah.
True. They
So
should
like
have had.
why step in my lane? I'm gonna need you to scoot over and go onto the opposing lane. Like,
Go over there. Go over
But
there.
then it makes
Get some
you
trash.
right. But then it makes you think like, then what are they even looking
Yeah.
for? Like, are they even looking? And then I'm checking they snap. They getting faded every day. They fighting demons. If somebody's drinking every day, you're fighting demons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you ain't out there breathing the fresh air and like exercising, taking a walk.
I mean, you're not trying to have something real.
You know.
Not. Nope. Damn, man. Y'all
Brown.
never been trash. Like.
Come on now.
Like, time out, Ann. All right, your government name today. But I agree, men. So I think that men, like, so whenever it became super feminine, like our culture is super feminine. I think men started thinking that they need to be chaste, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And to me, being chaste is a feminine trait. Like
Oh yes.
that, like to me. When a man wants a woman, he gonna go get her. And
Right.
then when you go get her, you gonna keep her because you had to go get her. Like you had to put the work in to go get her. If you being chased, you just next one chase you, next one, next, and you just keep on going down the line. But I think that's a feminine trait. That's not a masculine trait.
When did it get like
Right.
that?
That's
like
what I'm trying to figure out too.
Right.
She said, "What?"
Like, was it overnight?
Because it didn't used to be like that.
No.
When you look back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even up into the 90s, culture was the way it was supposed to be. But I think we got the 21st century into 2000s, and then stuff started to shift. And I think it started with men getting softer, and then women getting stronger. And so women got stronger, and then they were like, you know what? I'm good. And social media told them, but the government had been telling women, you don't need a man.
I know.
You can have babies, and the government will be your man.
Okay, yeah.
The government will pay you for that.
When Destiny's Child came out with Independent and stuff, that's when
Yeah.
it Boosie
They started.
INDEP, and she smelled like onion ring. Like we knew we had to get out, and we had to go get the money, whether we smell like onion rings or not. You know what I'm
And
saying?
so that type of culture took women out of their nature, took men out of their nature, and now we're just in the middle trying to figure out what the heck, which way is up. But that's where it started, because social media pushed that shit. The government started it, taking dads out the home, taking fathers out the home, and then they're like, hey, we'll pay you. So guess who's the father in those homes now? The government is, right? And then you gotta think, so now you got artists and social media saying, you don't need no man, you good, you independent, you got it, you don't need no dude. And what do you think that does to men when men see that?
Then
All day, every day.
Then they feel
All day,
weaker than what they really
Yeah,
are.
so naturally men are gonna be like, well shit, they don't need me. All right, you got it.
Yeah.
And so then y'all left alone now, but there's women that don't want that. And that's the problem, is that the women that are cool with that, they speak louder than the women that don't want that. Like women like y'all don't get the voice that some of these other chicks do. These other chicks would be out there on Facebook, Instagram, all that, shouting to the rooftops, I don't need a man. They got 5 kids by 3 baby daddies. They don't need a man now. But those are the type of chicks that are out here giving advice to females that want to get married.
And that's
females
why
that want to be in a relationship.
And that's why the rose has went through the roof. Every female has one now. I'm sick of this shit. Where's the real man at? Build something. Niggas can't even build shit no more.
Yeah, they can't fix like lights and stuff.
They can't even put a damn
Working on their car.
I said, damn, I just learned how to check the oil.
Right.
I'm done.
But then when you get you a man that knows how to do all
Like-
that, it's like, okay, I get my hands dirty.
Man,
Yeah,
I want to
keep
sit
your hands
there.
clean. Keep your hands
I want to
clean.
sit there and be able to hand you the screwdriver.
Right.
Yes.
Let me just sit there.
Let me hold the light.
Hold it around your back.
If you can ask the question, what does that look like?
Give it a
Oh, there you go, I got it. There you go, I got it.
You hungry? Here, let me bring you lunch too. Like, damn.
Some water.
I'm
She
open.
hold the light like.
I'm your water. I'm your light.
Baby. You need the light at, baby. Over here. She'll be over here like this. Right here, baby.
Yeah, that's me. I want to be your ace spoon cone. You want to turn right? Let me hit that blinker. You know? Let me help you.
Over the car.
I got you. Turn the mic. There you go, I got it.
Okay, so do you think guys are still opening doors like
Not a lot.
car doors?
But But
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
I think
But
so.
It's small, but
I
not a
feel
lot.
like, okay, because I've seen this personally. They do it though, but they'll only do that first time and on that first date, and then after that, it's like obsolete.
You
I'm
know-
not saying that now.
No.
I got you. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
You gotta go over here and stand by that door
Yeah.
and then just wait till you
Yeah.
like,
Don't
oh.
open that motherfucker. Yeah.
I had a nigga tell me one
You
time.
just stand there.
But I'm
in the
just
car.
saying, I'm
I got
like,
you. I see what you're saying.
Like, what?
I mean, and then fathers open the doors for their daughters too. That way you set the expectation.
Yes.
Hey, this is what it's supposed to be like. So, because I open the door for my daughter all the time. Yeah, hey.
So
There
she
you
ain't
go.
going for nothing
So
less.
she ain't gonna go for nothing less. When she get older, I feel bad for whoever decided to date her. Her expectation high. Her daddy got them hands. So
For real.
just know that off top. But seriously, dudes have lost that mindset of the chase, the value in chasing, the value in like I'm gonna go out here and get my woman. Like that's the woman I want. I'm gonna go get her. And can't no other dude have her because I'm gonna do what the fuck ever it takes.
Well, that goes
They
back to
lost that
social
mindset.
media.
Yeah, they got that one.
Because
thing
they all there's a million options now. They're like, well, if she not cool with it next, and then she not cool with it next, and then he done gone through 20 chicks. He damaged as hell. He finds the one now, the one
He's
that he
still
really
damaged
wants, and
as
he's
hell.
so damaged that he can't even get it together for the one.
That
He's so
is
damaged that he can't even get it
pitiful.
together for the one. And that's why when you have all this baggage, you bring it in. Like somebody got to deal with that. If you're not gonna deal with your own baggage, when you bring it to the next relationship, whoever you're in a relationship with got to deal with your baggage.
See, I'm gonna make him go to therapy before we even engage. I'm like, hey, listen here. I see you got some demons and drama. Let's go to therapy, and I'm gonna go with you to show you that I care. You know,
Yeah.
And
females ain't built
Because
the same
men-
as these niggas.
Because most men are, I mean, even me, I used to be like, man, therapy is whack. But I go to therapy now.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, it'll change you.
It
It'll change you.
will. It
You'll
taught me
learn
a
so
lot.
much about yourself.
It will. Why you make the decisions that you make, and you don't even know. Majority of it stems from your childhood.
Yeah, and that's where all your trauma comes from.
Man, and
Yeah.
it is crazy. What I learned, your brain is so powerful that your brain will hide trauma
Yeah.
from you,
Oh, yeah.
and you don't even know.
Mhm.
I said, oh, it's
Once you
real.
get the alcohol in, then it
A
all
friend
comes
was
back
saying,
up.
I think it's called Emotional Intelligence. Is a book that talks about people trying to learn about their childhood trauma as an adult to be able to cater better to relationships and things like that, and into adulthood as becoming a parent, like a
What's
first
the name
parent,
of it
because you
again?
just never know. Like me, like I have a son, one, and I mean I've been learning so much about myself just from my childhood, bringing it into my parenting styles and things like that. Because I mean, you know, when you're a kid, you're like, oh, I ain't never gonna do that to my kid.
Right.
Like, oh, oops, my bad. Hold up, let me scale back a little bit. But you know, I mean, that's just a part of learning and growing. But I mean, I need to get that book because I want to read that.
I do too.
What's it called?
Emotional-
We on Amazon right now.
Emotional intelligence. I don't know who it's directly by, but it's called emotional
Sounds like, yeah.
intelligence.
And we need more emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
We
In
do.
society today, we need more.
So what does emotional intelligence actually mean? Just understanding how the emotions work?
I got
I
the
think
definition
there's-
right here.
Yeah,
if you
go,
want.
yeah. Break it down for us, Sean.
Hey, come on,
Emotional
man.
Put your bifocals on. Hold
Yeah,
on.
that's is the ability to understand, use, and manage your own emotions in positive ways, to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. That is Google's definition.
That's a damn good definition.
Mm-hmm.
That's a damn good definition. Being
Because
able.
as a kid, you know, we're just observing everything. You know, our parents' relationships, interrelationships that are around us. So if those are toxic and negative and, you
I do
know,
that.
aren't compounded with good, you know, relationship skills, you're never gonna learn that. You're just gonna carry that, whatever you were witness to. Yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna ask him, it might be that one. Whatever you're gonna cater as an adult, whatever you were presented with. I mean, 'cause, you know, like they always say, old rule of thumb. It all starts in the home.
Yeah.
So,
Everything starts in the home. Everything starts in the home. Well, we're gonna get ready to close it. We're gonna get ready to close this thing up, guys. Any final thoughts, Shonda?
Yeah, just keep fighting a good fight. You guys will get there.
She's short and sweet. What about you, Candy B? Any final thoughts?
We all want love, but fuck these niggas and fuck these hoes. Cause nigga, it's 2024 and we out here on the gang.
Sit your behind back
I want love too, okay? Fuck! I'm tired of fighting for my life. I need someone to rub my butt every night. Rub my own
there. She
butt.
wants her butt rub, y'all. She advertising. What about you, eh?
Somebody's got it.
You know, like I always say, more love, less hate. I mean, but it all starts within. You gotta love yourself first.
Put your damn phones down.
Yes.
This is my advice. Put your damn phones down.
Throw the
Talk
shit
to your
out.
partner.
Throw that on the car.
Talk to your partner.
Right, get to know us.
Get to know
Put it in
people.
a safe somewhere. and
Let's
then
go
come
for
back.
a walk.
Yes,
Yeah.
communicate.
Okay.
Communication is key.
Hold up, man. My
to
shit's gonna
everything.
start lighting up right now as we start walking.
Like the
faces,
ones that roll. Like the ones
I want the ones that roll. I'm trying to roll. I'm trying to roll and light up at the same time. I just be skating.
yeah.
Hey, that's the dude for me.
I just be skating.
Oh, yes. I miss
I'm gonna
those.
roll and they gonna light up at the same time.
Be like,
You gonna pull the balls like skirt.
Yep, and I'm gonna look up on them and be like, you see my shoes? We serious about here. Try to take off on me if you want to.
I'll take
Take off on me if you want to. Alright, y'all. This is GT with the Vibe.
We
We
out.
out.